Hello everyone, I'm Brian. Today I'm doing Moojiji, Who Decides One of Two. I'm going to be doing both of them just because they're pretty short anyway. And this is a request, I do a request. If you have a request, please leave the title of the video, the channel who has it, and the length of it. Because I think YouTube sometimes blocks links to other videos as spam. So just to prevent it from being blocked as spam, please just leave the title, the YouTube channel, and the name. So let's go ahead and get started on this one. Excuse me. Whew. CC is on. Didn't forget this time.
I have a question which maybe is two questions in one, and I try to make it short to explain it. It's like that I have, for me it's very difficult, like for others too, I heard, to make any decision. Yeah.
Okay.
And I think it's really strong, yeah, because I make like my surroundings sometimes really crazy, because then I ask this people, that people, and they really listen and they're really kind because they want to help me, yeah. But I really like to help myself that I can feel it, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And there are like, I wrote lists and everything, you know, good and bad and this and that. And then in the end, I make something like a reaction decision, yeah. And then for sure, I suffer because it was very quick and it was very short that I have to take this decision. Like, for example, that I can be in Berlin or in Spain, what I really like both, but now I have to decide and I like to feel where I like to be. What is the inner voice telling?
Well, that's kind of like everyone. Like a great example of that. Hopefully she doesn't. I don't know if she's going to leap or not. But there's I remember watching a YouTube channel where I think it was a scientific experiment where they had two groups of people. One group of people went to a ice cream shop that had like 164 flavors, or just some high amount, like 41 or something like that. I don't remember how many flavors there were. And then the group of people went in there and they came out and they asked the people, "How satisfied are you with your decision?" And then another group of people who went to an ice cream shop that only had three choices: chocolate, vanilla, and strawberry. And whenever they went in there and they came out, the scientists asked them, "So how happy are you with your decision?" And they come to find out that people who went into the three-choice ice cream shop are much happier with the decision than the people who went with like 41 or 165 choices. And it made me think, it's like, man, do humans not want choice? And don't get me wrong, I feel that because like whenever I go, I like choice, but at the same time, it's kind of like, oh man, I was like the ice cream one. Like I did try out some ice cream sometimes, you know, and I get ones like, oh man, maybe I should have tried the other one. But that's the thing. It's like you want to try them all out to make sure that you pick the one that you want. When you have a limited amount of choice, especially if you already tried those choices. Strawberry, vanilla, and chocolate are very easy choices. You know what chocolate tastes like, you know what vanilla tastes like, you know what strawberry tastes like. So if you pick out of those three, you like chocolate, you're gonna pick chocolate, you're gonna be happy with chocolate. You know you're gonna want chocolate more than vanilla or strawberry. But whenever you go to like a Baskin Robbins or whatever other ice cream place, and you have like monkey chalky chunks, and I'm like, and then you have like coffee bean, coffee marshmallow, and then you have vanilla strawberry banana wake, and then you have like 60 other different flavors. You're like, I like the combination of that one and that one, but then I like that one, then that one, maybe that one, and this one. I'll pick this one. You're like, it's not as good as I thought it would be. Maybe I should have tried the other one. You know, until you try the different kind of combinations and you know what all of them taste like, then you'll be happier making the choices that you make, even though there's 100 billion combinations, but you know which one you like out of all of them. So when you have so many choices, I believe, and not knowing what those choices could be, I guess it's the could be, the possibility is what we regret. I picked this one. Oh, now I'm stuck with this. I regret it because I don't know what the other possibilities could be. Maybe that's the case for that. It's the fact that, whereas the three-choice one, where it's like, I know what all those taste like, I make this choice, I already know what the possibility of tasting strawberry ice cream or vanilla ice cream, so I know I like chocolate much better. And that's maybe the reason why it's the possibility, the lack of knowing what that possibility could have been is the disappointment, which I'm probably sure that was it.
And then I think 5 minutes, I think this, then I think that.
Yeah, there you
And
go.
also it stresses me so much, it takes so much energy,
Yes.
and I don't have the time, I mean the silence to ask questions, who am I and whatever. And I also feel
Huh.
spoiled, you know, like what like these are not really problems, yeah, but it takes so much energy and I don't like it, yeah.
That's everyone's problem now. Regret of decisions they made because they don't know what the possibility of those other decisions are.
I really like to feel, and I really like to know how can I feel it, that I have time for important things like who am I or doing something good with my time, yeah.
Yes, yes, yes.
Huh. Honestly, if I were trying to answer that question myself, I don't know. The only thing I can think of saying is like, well, next time try the other flavors. You got 500 more million to go through, so be happy. I don't know. Be happy with the choice you made. You can't. You really can't. I don't know what the answer, a good answer for that is. It's really. I guess it's kind of sad to think that maybe choice is not something humans deal with very well. Again, that's something I'm not really. I thought about a little bit about the choice in terms of like 3 ice creams versus 64 or however many there is, and the conclusion I came up with is the fact that maybe humans don't like choice, which is weird. It's really weird to say that. I think also it's more along the lines of human like consistency, as in when you go to an ice cream shop, there's 3 flavors. You've already tried all 3 of them. You like chocolate or strawberry or vanilla. So when you go there, you buy chocolate and you go away. Then all of a sudden, when they introduce a new flavor called toffee or something like that, you're like, no, you freak out. I don't know. But I mean, and then I think the thing is though is that like, oh man, I don't know what that tastes like. So you buy it and you're like, oh, I like chocolate more. I regret this decision. It's like I don't know. It's so weird to say that humans don't like choices. I think they do. It's just I don't know. I've not thought about it that deeply. I thought about it to the fact that like humans don't like choices, and I don't necessarily mean that they don't want variety. They just want to know what they like and pick it, and not have to regret their decision because they know what the other choices are.
Yes, yes. I understand. I think um,
I've got to make this video last too
first
long.
thing, do we really have to make so many decisions? First thing, see. Sometimes it's just habit.
Hmm. Hmm.
Also, we pick it up from our peers also. That people seem to be, perhaps it can be that making decisions give you a sense that, something is happening, something is going on, I'm onto something, you see. So this habit of confronting decisions, deciding what to do, is already excessive, already extreme in most cases. You see, it's like this coconut tree outside. Can you imagine that it's thinking, tomorrow let me see where I'll put another leaf, maybe over this see, it's kind of unfolding out of itself, almost without any decision. Our life is not different, in fact. But in order to see this, you have to become quiet. When you're quiet, you don't think or decide, you see. It's almost that you recognize that the movement is going like this, and everything seems to support this. It's like a flow. You're not making it flow. You're recognizing that cosmic flow that is also functioning in this body. Even now it is like this, but it's not seen because our projections are more given more attention, you see. So like another way in which the consciousness manifests, like you say, when it wants to play, it makes lists. And it enjoys making lists and then striking them off as they go. It's just some fun. It's meant to be fun, maybe. But as a habit, then it seemed like, okay, you said it. In fact, I think you expressed it beautifully. Because you say sometimes it seems like I procrastinate, I think about all these things, what is good, weigh up all these things like they're important. But in the last minute, completely rush decision happen, you see. So neither the first, which is really preparing, thinking through what you want to do, or the extreme, which is a rash decision, none of those are satisfying you, see. So best thing is put both aside, keep quiet.
Ooh, put both aside and keep quiet. Okay, 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 yeah. Okay. I was gonna say you don't want to keep putting it aside forever because then you end up regretting. It's like, oh man, I should have made a decision then, and I could well, I don't want to say you want to regret it later, but at least you've made a decision. You didn't wait until it's too late. And I think this goes back to the people who regret not doing something in the past because they decided to wait, and now that they waited, it's already too late. So they would have maybe the preferred regret. It's weird to say a preferred regret is to at least have done something and know the answer as opposed to waiting and not knowing. Regret doing something, then regret not doing anything at all. I wonder if that's the preferred method for people.
But this is the difficult thing to keep quiet
Uh-huh.
if you are like for example, I have to decide now if I want to stay
Yeah.
in Berlin or if I want to have to go to Spain.
Yes, but you're in India.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's also a wonder that I'm here. It was the same like coming here or
You see,
staying there.
I
yeah.
thought you were going to say, I have to decide whether I should stay here in Arunachala or go to Spain. But you mentioned two things has nothing to do with now.
Yeah.
You see, and it can feel pressing, you see, like where should I go? And the mind invents this decision and like it is important and perhaps not important at all. You see, so first of all, when I say keep quiet, I don't mean sit on your hands, don't do anything and pretend. No, but
Okay.
observe this tendency, you see. I need to go to, should I go to Berlin or should I go to Spain, you see? Who needs to go? Just be very quiet with this question. Because unless you're quiet and patient, the mind, like a reflex, will produce some answer. You see, I need to go, I need to do this and need to do that. Who is deciding?
Yeah.
Look at this question, please.
Mm.
Who is deciding or needs to decide something? Just take a look freshly. Hold this question. Don't exchange this question for another question. Stay with this question. Stay on the back of it. Who needs to decide to do something? Just stay with it. Keep quiet with it. And alert. See if you can identify the one who needs to make a decision.
Mm-hmm.
What is happening? Try it now. Just give me honest feedback what is going on when I ask you this question.
You know, I don't think you can come up with an answer. Well, at least maybe it's just me, but I don't think you can necessarily come up with an answer so quickly. I mean, then again, is it an important question? An important question, you definitely need time to think about it. And I guess if she's stressing out about it, it's relatively important to her on where she goes. And plus, all this, everyone's looking at her, and he's waiting on her, and I think that's just not very good for the thinking portion. You're, I would assume that she probably feels like she's being rushed, and it's something. I think he said like, do this when you get home. Think about it. What he said, who needs to decide this? Not don't think about it now because you'll feel pressured to answer that question because everyone's waiting and maybe the next person in line wants to ask a question. You're like, I gotta come up with this real quick and go ahead and get this going so I can get out of here. I don't know if she's feeling
I
that way.
think this is my is a kind of my stress addiction, maybe, who tries to have all the time decisions. That makes me going on, you know.
Just look. Don't comment. Just look and see if you can find that one who is saying, I get distracted. I need to make these decisions. I'm being troubled. The one who is complaining, who feels burdened by this habit. See if you can find it. Apart from the feeling, use the feeling to see if you can find the one who is suffering the feeling.
I think you're putting.
It's a kind of thoughts because only to think about what you say, what I have to feel, it's difficult for me because I'm like repeating your question and it's like a circle thing.
Yes.
It's in
Okay.
my head.
What is watching this circular movement?
Yeah, it's like I don't know. It's nothing to say what it is. It's
Yes.
like It's only a.
Is it like
I feel kind of sorry for her. You can't pressure like that. I mean, again, everyone watching her. It's kind of like when you go up on stage and talk in front of an audience. You know, you're gonna fumble your words even though you practice it. You know, some people are good at doing that. So she could be very well one of those people who, you know, who can ignore everyone watching her and, you know, understand that she doesn't have to be pressured for this. But it seems like he's kind of pushing for her to answer. And with, I don't know how many people's there, but having an audience watching you do this, it's got to be uncomfortable.
Yes, because there's no point. Yeah, I can't catch it.
No, this is a judge.
Okay, I'm gonna get on that next video. Let's see. All right. I wonder why they split it up into two though. But anyways, here we go. Let's see. So here's part 2. Don't pressure her. Just give her good advice to think about things, and then, you know, hopefully get her out of the pressure-inducing environment that she's in, so she can think clearly.
First, you say nothing is watching it, but very quickly, like in a flash, some judgment comes about it. Like it's like, it's nothing, and it's dismissed. I want you to go back to that place and just look and say, what is watching this movement, this looping? Even my question is going, what watches this? From where is it being watched? Go back to your fresh recognition. From where and what is watching this? Don't judge.
I would say it'd be my mind, but that goes against the Turiya.
Experience your finding. Not what you're reporting about, not what you're looking at, but where you're looking from.
Which is the, I guess, Western.
I have the feeling I look from here somewhere.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you look from here somewhere, what knows this? What sees that?
Mind.
That sees all the outsides.
Yes.
You know.
And inside too, or not?
No, inside is another feeling. If I have, yeah, it feels like that there's no flow. Then, yeah. Sometimes if you are peaceful, then you feel like that it's good, you know, like here somewhere.
Yes. Like right now, what is happening?
I feel more that I'm more like this.
No, something is like this. And that something which is like this is being observed. Is watched by something else. That which watches this is what?
Who I am?
I think it's my brain, my what I learned, how to look to things.
Look.
Okay.
Yeah. Look and see. Don't think about it. Look. Obviously, it's already evident that this movement is also seen. And if it changes and becomes like this, immediately that's also seen. The seer of any of these movements, can this seer be seen?
No.
What is
yes.
this here?
Absolutely
The one
not.
that is seeing
I know what he's
these
talking about there.
movements, whichever direction they may take, even the most subtle movements, outside or inside. Outside as in movements like this, sounds like this, or inside, which is emotions and sensations.
Strangely enough, I mean, that's my assumption. I don't know if you're gonna say no, it cannot be seen or not, but it's really weird now. When he said that, it just something clicked again a little bit for me. It's the fact that when you're thinking about Berlin or Spain or your emotions or your everything external and internal, there's this all-seeing eye thing that sees everything. But when you try to see it, you don't know. You can't see it. You don't know what it is. Oh, wow. It has no physical form. Well, I'm gonna put an asterisk there. I have a theory. Again, it's again my thinking is the neurons, how your brain is shaped, how it fires, is who you are. Not discounting the Turiya, where this aspect. I'm thinking along the lines like what Osho does, where he blends in Western and Eastern philosophies together. And I always say I'm in the middle of the road kind of guy, and I try to see Eastern philosophy in the sense of how scientists have understood the physical bodies. So this chemical, like when you're happy and you're sad, you do there's chemicals going on in your brain. Whenever you're happy, they can see those chemicals in your brain. And when you're sad or distressed, there's chemicals in the brain. And as a matter of fact, even pheromones are coming out of your body too. Just something that I guess we've not grown up, throughout our history. We emit these things, but we just don't realize them. It's so subtle and undetectable, but somehow we can detect them to a degree. I don't know if we're still keen on those things or not, but I'm wondering if this Turiya that Eastern philosophies have talked about, Swami. I don't know, his name is huge, and I just call him Swami. I know Swami is just teacher or guru or teacher or wise person, but talks about the Turiya and how it interacts with the waker world, sleeper world, and the sleep blankness. But I've always associated that Turiya with your connections of the brain, because you cannot see how your brain fires those signals, synapses, but the way those things fire, I think, is the Turiya. But I'm not saying it is definitely that. I'm still trying to understand the Eastern philosophy, the Swami's interpretation of it, which is disconnected from your brain, your synapse fires, and all that. I think who we are is the synapse fires, how our brain is hardwired specifically in a certain way, and and my theory is trying to combine those two, the Turiya and the synapses of the brain, together. And I haven't really went deep into this yet, and I do want to a little bit, at least as best as I can, of how I thought about it and how I understood it from Swami himself. And but I also want to understand Swami's version, where what I think is Turiya and what he's trying to explain Turiya is are completely separate. Mine is still associated with the brain; it's a physical thing, whereas the Turiya is detached from that. It's completely out of the brain. It's out of the physical realm of the brain itself. Let me leave it at that before I ramble too
They are
much
also
again.
perceived. That which is perceiving them.
Yes.
That which is perceiving them. Can this be perceived?
No.
Can it be seen?
At least as far as I can say,
If I can see it, what is watching this inside or outside,
Yes.
I can't see it.
Yes. And you who can't see it is what?
Who I am.
Don't think. You who can't see it, we're saying, I can't see it.
It's I. I can't see it.
The
I
one who's
cannot see
looking and
myself.
saying, I can't see that, is what?
This is my human being. This is that I am. Yeah, I'm like this
Yes.
now.
Yes. What knows this?
I know this.
What says even this? And what sees even this response also? It's seen also. Don't assume. You have the power to look.
You think, yeah?
I don't think.
I know.
I don't think.
What happens when this question is put to you? What is happening?
Most of the time, I don't have an answer. If people ask me who are you or what
They
I
ask
don't
you
know.
this? People ask you, who are you?
There was one sadhu. He asked me.
Yes, yes.
He said, think about the question, who am I? And
Yeah.
now I hear it again.
Yes, okay, answer it again.
I can't answer it.
Because
because I am not. Maybe I'm something around. Sometimes I think maybe it's the silence what you are talking. Is this
No,
what
I
everybody?
am not assuming anything. I just want to hear freshly from your own looking. Huh?
I'm a mixture between sometimes silence, sometimes mind,
Yes.
sometimes.
What can see this? What will see this mixture?
Yeah, this is a good question.
Yes.
Maybe my experience till now, my life till now.
Now we are speculating, because the fact is that something is capable of seeing even this. Whatever you can speak about, it happens in
knows.
front, and something looks at that and comments about it. That which is capable, you see, of even watching the commentary about whatever is perceived. This place.
Mhm.
This is me then.
Yes, yes, yes. What do you look like there in this place?
Nothing.
How do I look like?
Yes, do you have a name, shape?
No.
Can you describe?
Maybe I can give my name what my parents gave to it, you
But
know.
that's not, yeah, gave to it, yes. Maybe you can describe what your parents gave to it, but the description is not it.
Yes.
The description is also perceived in it. It is what? And the answer I don't want so quickly, because I cannot, nobody can rely on any answer like this. It's not merely an answer. What is important for the moment is the question is important. Allow the question to reveal something.
But this is my existence or not? Like this is that I'm here, no?
Yeah. As what are you here?
As this
Body.
Yes.
no name thing.
Yes. Does this no-name thing need to make decision?
No. Well,
No, this needs no decisions.
Very good.
No.
Is it troubled about anything at all?
No.
no.
This is not troubled, but there's
No, don't touch butt.
Don't touch butt.
Kick butt.
yeah.
Don't touch butt.
Big bad and wild.
Yes, butt brings you out. But in effect, butt cancels everything you're seeing. He says, yes, but, you know, okay, but. The but is not important. This is important. If you want to use the word even important. I don't even want to say that this is important. This is. The rest appears and disappear, come and go in the presence of this. This is your true self, which cannot be described. All descriptions appear in it, but it cannot be described because it is beyond quality. It doesn't change. You can see for yourself. Does it change or it doesn't change, you see?
Does it change or it doesn't change you? Oh, does it change or it doesn't change? That's the thing. That is definitely the question. And whenever I'll go over a little bit deeper in the Swami video that I did, the who am I? There's a couple of questions that I need answered that I do not think that the Swami could potentially answer. I think this is something that scientists may be able to only answer. I'm not sure. But I am curious as to hear any gurus or swamis that answer the question of who am I. And this question that I have, I think I want to say break the theories or whatever, but it's just an interesting question. And I want to make that video and I want to put that question there because I want to draw it out and everything. So I'm sorry I'm teasing you guys with this question. This question is like, this is the mind-breaking question for me anyway, at the very least. But yeah, so I know what he's talking about. There's something that we can do scientifically that could maybe confirm or deny this. but it is going to be it's unethical though, I do believe. And there's something. Well, actually, no, actually, I was just thinking about sorry, I'm all over the place. What is it? Lobotomy, because your true self there is still there. I'm sorry, I'm thinking so deeply in this a little bit, but yeah, your personality change and how you act, your demeanor to other people changes, but that thing that answers the questions, that wants to do something, that does different things, that sees the exterior and interior world of who you are, doesn't change. It's always there. That's what Sadhguru was talking about. Was it Sadhguru? Yeah, it was Sadhguru. Whenever, actually, as a matter of fact, whenever the Dr. Engelman was talking about lobotomy, I believe it was Dr. Engelman who talked about it, about how the personality changed. But Sadhguru was still telling him, it's like, well, yeah, the personality's changed, but the person is still there, it's still the same. And he's, in a sense, right, because a perfect example would be that where a family member would see you like, oh, you're a different person, I don't know who you are. Whereas a complete stranger would know that's who you are. Your family would say you're changed, but a stranger would just know you that to be you until he knows your mannerisms and all that. And then when you completely change from that, that stranger now sees you as a different person. Your family sees you as a different person, but a completely new stranger will see that as always been you.
Does it have any opinions?
No.
Yes. Is there any frustration in recognizing this?
No.
Oh, in fact, it's really silence. No?
It's really silence, isn't it?
I mean, silence like the other things around us can make it stressful, but this thing inside.
The things
is
around
really
don't make it stressful. The things around, when they are picked up
Yeah, that's what
and
I
followed,
want to say. Yeah.
yes, then that creates some distraction.
Mm.
Things in themselves cannot distract. Nothing in the world exists as a distraction. Just you get distracted. This is different. Nothing distracts. You get distracted because you have interest in something, then you supply energy to it, and you cannot split. You split off, you go to this thing, and then somehow it's like your natural intuitive self recognition is covered because you're looking at something else.
And this is what I do really often, and this is what I don't want
Yes.
to pick up some.
Distractions.
Whatever is doing it, picking up, this is habit. Whose habit is it? Also, habit is watched. So this cannot really be you. This is not the essential you. It is connected somehow, but it is not a definition of you. Because you're aware of this habit, this tendency.
And how to throw the habit a little bit, or
Yes.
you know.
Pay attention to yourself only. Does the self itself, does it have a habit?
No.
Mm.
Is the habit for the self or for something else?
For something
For
else.
this. Does this have a habit?
I'm assuming he's talking about the physical body.
No.
No.
Okay.
No habits.
No. Okay. Thank you.
Very good.
Okay,
Thank you.
I think I got a little bit of deeper understanding of the Turiya here. Another puzzle of that click into place for me. and I understood more of the Turiya because of Moojiji here. I believe that's his name anyway. And the fact that who you are is the one that's making all these decisions that you throw at it. Well, But what it truly is nothing. It's, I don't know how to explain it. Again, it's only at this video that portion of this puzzle, I call it, clicked, and I understood what he's talking about. It's the fact that there are wants and our needs and all that. It's all just this physical body's not desires, wants and needs, obviously, but this who you are that it's making these decisions is who you really are, and it's just, I guess, maybe making these decisions to satisfy the needs or wants of your body. And we are amazingly, yeah, I now understand why we are blind to this Turiya, is because it is, we don't look into it. We're always looking at this middle ground. It's like this, it's kind of like what Swami was talking about. Kind of like the train station, although I want to explain that a little bit differently, where the train has, you know, it needs coal, it needs someone to pull the brakes and push the go button or whatever. All these things are always so loud, and it's kind of like the conductor there just directing people, but the only thing that you ever notice is the people that's actually doing something, not the conductor himself. The conductor saying, do this, do that, do this, do this, pull the brake, whatever. You don't realize that you're the conductor because you're realizing that you're the one that's pulling the brake, you're the one that's stopping and going, you're the one that's putting coals into the train and stuff. Those things you realize very easily because it's very loud, very distracting of who you are, maybe. Okay, this video's gone way too long. It was only supposed to be a short video, but this is really long. So I'm going to pause it right here. Amazingly, another puzzle clicked here. Moojiji, who decides? That's my reaction. If you like my content, please consider subscribing. Thumbs up, thumbs down below. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next vid.